is the second one in that case. The second, because this is very fast, but this is expensive and obviously it takes more space. So the other one, if our architecture cannot support that, then we go for a serial ladder. And here it is a very simple thing. Although the operation is a bit complex, because there are certain, because it's complex because it is adding one bit at a time. Just give me a minute, please. Sorry. So it is adding one bit at a time. So this is the addend to which it is added, the augend which is added to it. Addend and augend. And it's got all these bits. Now here you see they have written it as per convention. A1 to A15 bits, B1 to B15 bits. These bits are, now this is one full adder for one bit only for one bit, mind you. But how are you going to do that? In that case, we feed in A1 and B1, then the sum is stored in S1. If there is a carry, it goes to a carry flip-flop. A flip-flop, as we'll see later, is a sequential circuit which is used as a memory unit. It is used to store one bit at a 0 or a 1. So when the adder comes to S1 and A2 and B2, this carry flip-flop bit is again added. Now the carry flip-flop is preloaded with a 0 as usual. The first carry is always a 0. Then it is 1, then it may be again a 0 or a 1, whatever. However way it is, as it progresses, it is taking into account the carry flip-flop. These three are there. Carry goes back to the carry flip-flop and the sum goes to here. And it is shifting to the left, S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, S6. Similarly, at the end, we have A15 plus B15, the two 15th bits added with the 14th carry, the 15th carry, sorry, the 15th carry. The two, the A15, B15 and the 15th carry added. The sum goes to the S15. It has been shifted now to the left totally, S15. And the carry goes to the carry flip-flop. If that is the carry, the 16th one is a carry, it goes to the carry flip-flop. If, however, there was an S16 here, then we would be loading these two with zeros, adding that to the carry, and not, if there was a carry, that would be 1. If there is no carry, there is a 0. If there is a carry, then that would be 1, because you're talking only about 0 and 1. So basically, if it's a carry, then it will be a 1. So the 1 will be placed here. But with that resume, as here it is only 15 bits, the carry will now be stored in the carry flip-flop. So we have to check. We check this and see what the number is and look at the carry here in the carry flip-flop. Understand? Is there anybody who did not understand this? What do you mean override the carry bit? What is overriding? Yeah, it's definitely overwriting. Obviously, that is the idea. Why? Why? No, why would you have the same carry? You will not have the same carry, na? When you are having A1 and B1, the carry flip-flop is preloaded with a 0. So this adds A1 and B1 plus the result of the carry flip-flop. Whatever now is the result of the carry flip-flop, go to the carry flip-flop. Now we shift to A1, A2 and B2. If there is a carry, it is got from the carry flip-flop. If it is 0, it gets it from the carry flip-flop. And then again it adds, sum goes here, and then the carry flip-flop is overwritten with the carry of A2 plus B2. So like this it goes on. No, that is not possible. You need a separate circuit for that. You need a total. Let's say, for example, you need another register which will be having say 15 flip-flops, and the carries will be actually written there. Because in adder, what you are saying is a different thing. It is not a function of the adder to tell you the carries of the previous bits or summations. That is not the function of the adder. The function of the adder is to take into consideration just the carry here and then make the sum. Now if you do want to have the carry, what you can do is you can make a carry register like this. Okay, like in a sum register, all of these are flip-flops. Similarly, a carry register, you can, rather than a carry flip-flop, you can keep a carry register, which will be, let's say, 16-bit or a 15-bit flip-flop. And well, for A1 plus B1, the carry is stored in, say, this C1, and then A1, the N2 plus B2 is stored in C2. Like this, you may go on, and then you can have it. Only then, only you will have it. Understand? See, because when you are writing down is a different story, but when you are actually doing some addition, looking at the carry is not actually your function. I mean, you may want to do that definitely, but that is not actually what we do in addition. Because we don't need to, because we are already. Yes, we are only concerned with the previous carry. That's right. We're only concerned with the previous carry because we are not using the carry which was done, say, two operations back. No, we are just concerned with the last operation, what the carry was, and that is added. So this is how the circuit is built. But if you do want to see all the carries, then you would want to design a circuit with a carry register. In that case, you can keep on shifting the register. Shifting the bits in throughout the register, and you will have all the carries that you have had from A1 plus A1, A1 plus B1 to A2 plus B2 to A2, A3 plus B3, like this up to A3, A15 plus B15. Okay.